And joining me now is Mark Paoletta, former White House Assistant Counsel for President George H.W. Bush, Washington, D.C. attorney and former Chief Investigative Counsel of the House Energy and Commerce Committee. Hello, sir.
Hey, Steve. Thanks for having me on.
It's my pleasure. Great to talk to you. We talk about the media double standard on this show constantly, and it's insane. It always has been. It's never been more so than in this race. And, they trash everything Donald Trump says. If he sneezes, it doesn't say, excuse me. He's a racist somehow. And the same with his surrogates. We've seen them go after everybody from the top down. Yet, Hillary's surrogates don't get any scrutiny. Neither does Hillary, hardly. And they get away with, whatever past they have, whatever they've done in the past, none of it matters. And you wrote a great piece at the Daily Caller talking about, as you call him, Hillary's top attack dog. And we're talking about David Brock, who used to be a conservative.
Right, and when he was a conservative, of course, the press went after him, and he was the worst person alive. Once he went over to the left, they don't seem to have any interest in him. As I pointed out in my Daily Caller piece, Steve, David Brock, since he went over to the left, had a couple interesting episodes that raised certainly ethical, if not legal, issues about his conduct. One of them was his former boyfriend threatened to go to the IRS to talk about what he was doing at Media Matters, and Brock's reaction was to pay him $850,000 to keep him quiet. If that doesn't tell you that he's terrified about what the IRS or other authorities would find, I don't know what does.
And you would think the IRS, based on that, would then do an investigation, right? I mean, if they find out about that.
Or you think that you think the press, when David Brock's showing up on all these shows, would ask him about it.
Right. No, absolutely not. And here's something else, and this is most telling, and this is prominent in your piece, which I urge everyone to go. It's Why No Press Interest in the Troubling Conduct of Hillary's Top Attack Dog at thedailycaller.com. And you talk about The Seduction of Hillary Rodham, which is a book that he wrote back in was it 2002? And he...
Actually, it was 1996. 1996.
Yeah. You worked with... wait a minute. You worked... right, 96. Okay, 2002, there was something else. And he tore Hillary apart in that book. I mean, apart. And Bill, and the whole thing, and he's never taken it back. He's never said, I've made a mistake. Even when asked about it once maybe, he never said, no, that wasn't true, I was lying. But here's another thing that the media has laying in front of it and will go nowhere near.
It's amazing. And again, you're right, Steve. It's this media double standard. It's the media laziness on this thing. Amy Chozick from the New York Times wrote about this book recently when doing a profile on Brock as a flattering account of Hillary. And when it came out, I worked with him on this book. When it came out, I think the conservatives thought it was going to be a total hatchet job on Hillary Clinton. What it was a look at her which showed and exposed numerous flaws, that she was okay with hiring a thug private investigator to go silence women, that she doesn't believe in democracy, that Bill's serial philandering made her question democracy, that she tried to ram through her health care legislation in ways I think they said questionable democracy.
Like a Trojan horse, right? And politicizing the DOJ. And when I confused the 2002, he in his memoirs he wrote, and this is my confusion, that he said that book and everything you're referring to was an honest book. So that tells the story of Hillary Clinton.
I'm going to take him at his word. He said it was an honest book, his best take on Hillary Clinton. If you read that book, you cannot come away having any faith in Hillary Clinton's character.
All right, so where are we in this race, Mark? I know the former president and the other former president, his son, they are nowhere near Donald Trump. We got 30 seconds. What's going to happen?
I think Donald Trump's going to win. I think he's staying on message. I think the American people know that Hillary Clinton is not trustworthy. And they want change. That's what they want. Hillary Clinton is the antithesis of change, and Donald Trump is the change agent.
Mark, come back soon. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, Give Me 5. And if you want to know the truth about who was responsible for pushing that Obama was a Muslim, born in Kenya, blah, 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 don't miss it. Coming up next.